Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all well. This is the first of the Disney videos. Finally. You have to excuse me, I am in bed. I could have sat up at my desk, my lighting and stuff, but I had to be up at like 4 a.m. this morning. So I'm going for comfort over poshness, shall we say. Right, video number one, the most requested video, just reaching for my questions, Genie Plus. Right, I was very stressed. I'd watched hundreds of videos before I went. I'll link some of them below as well to watch after this, just in case I haven't explained it to your liking. I sort of got the hang of it, I think. So for anyone that doesn't know what Genie Plus is, Walt Disney World in Florida, the Fast Pass system has gone. But if I use the term Fast Pass, I mean a Genie Plus reservation, because I keep calling it that. So Fast Pass has gone, it's now Genie Plus. Genie Plus has two different sides to it. You have My Genie Day, that I'll be honest, I didn't really use. Because we've been a lot before and we know what we want to do and we know sort of the good times to go on rides and stuff, I wasn't going to let an algorithm tell me how I was going to walk around Magic Kingdom. So we didn't really use My Genie Day, but what you can do on My Genie Day is put your preferences, so you know, put your preferences, so, you know, I want to go on Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, I want to meet Mickey Mouse, and I want to watch the parade. Tick those boxes and it will tell you sort of your ideal day of when to go to these things. Some people say it's a way to divert traffic throughout the park. So, you know, if a ride is really busy, they'll inflate the queue time, but I don't know how true that is. Anyway, I didn't really use that. The other side is Genie Plus Reservations, which is there instead of Fast Pass. So basically, it's a queue jump. It's a reservation that you make on the morning or throughout the day. I'll go into that in a minute. It's a reservation you make on the app, on your phone, and then there's a separate queue line, and that gets you to the front of the queue quicker. Like for some rides, the queue is still, it's not, I mean, the most I think we queued with the Genie Plus was like 10 minutes, and that's only for like Space Mountain. You got to remember, a lot of these rides, like walking through the whole show building is quite a lot too. Then there is at the moment, up until I believe September or the end of August, there is one ride per park. After then it'll go back to two, I'm sure. Lightning lanes, these are like the premium rides which you pay between $9 and $15 to ride. So that's Animal Kingdom is Flight of Passage, Hollywood Studios is Rise of the Resistance, Magic Kingdom, I'm doing this all off the top of my head, Magic Kingdom is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So they're the ones that you pay the extra money for. I'll go into those in a minute. How it works, we're going to go Genie Plus first. So I'm quickly going to put a list up of all the rides that are on Genie Plus. Okay, so number one, if you're going and you've already got your tickets, make sure you log on now and do your park reservations, because I didn't do them for the park hopper days and some of the days were completely full. We couldn't get a park reservation at all. So go on now and do your park reservations. I suggest starting with Animal Kingdom, especially if you're going to do Genie Plus, because it's got the least amount of Genie Plus rides. It's got the least amount of rides. It's a smaller-ish park. So there's like less walking around, I would say, personally. People are going, no, it's not. But to me, it feels smaller. It will just give you a day just to get used to it, just to get the hang of things. We never do Magic Kingdom. Everyone thinks we're weird. We don't do Magic Kingdom on the first day because I feel like it's too much of a full-on day for day one. You're jet lagged, you've been up since, you know, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, especially if you've got young kids. You want a chilled day, a chilled-ish day, where you're not having to wait till 9 p.m. potentially for the fireworks. So that is why we always do Animal Kingdom on day one. We always save Magic Kingdom for later on in the holiday. However, I'd probably change that now, just because I think I've talked about this in a future vlog, but we did Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Universal Islands, rest day, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, rest day, park hopper, rest day, I think. Anyway, something like that. Going back to Magic Kingdom after 2 days in Universal Islands Adventure, where it is wall-to-wall adrenaline rides, Going back and the biggest ride being Space Mountain, it was like, oh, this is a bit of an anticlimax. So now I would personally do, if you're going for sort of 2 weeks, 12 days, whatever, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, rest day, Magic Kingdom, rest day, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, no, Islands, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, 2 days, rest day, and then park hopper days would be personally what I would do. But obviously you're your own agent, you're your own person, do what you want. So Genie Plus, so it's $15 a day per person, which sounds like it's not a lot, but if you're a family of 4, if you're a family of 5, if you're a family of 8, if you're a group of 10, even if you're just a group of 2, that is obviously a cost that you probably haven't accounted for. However, I booked my tickets through attractiontickets.com, and I could click a little option that didn't work out $15 a day to add it to my package. So I would say do it. People say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Time is money. I think, obviously, right, before everyone has a go at me, everyone's situations are different. Do you know what I mean? Money you can earn back, time you can't. And especially if it's a once in a lifetime holiday, you want to get as much done possible. So even if, worst case scenario, you could only get 2 rides, that's $15. That's $7.50 for each ride. That's potentially saved you 2 hours of queuing. Like, if someone said to you, you can pay, $7.50 and you will gain 2 hours of your life, I would pay the $7.50. That's how much it costs. You can buy it with your tickets. I think you can buy it separately. Obviously I didn't do it, I'll have to check that. But I would suggest buying it in advance so you can get straight on at 7 o'clock. So how it works is a time comes up, you click on it and you book it. What happens if there's 15 of you? If you're all linked on one app, the person that's in charge, who you have to love this person lots and cut them a lot of slack, because they will have hunched shoulders from scrolling through their phone the whole time. They can click a little checkbox, everyone in party type thing, and you can book it for them. How I did it. So basically, you can book a ride at 7 a.m. and then your next one you can book 2 hours after park opening. So I'll tell you about stacking in a minute. If you're a hotel guest, you get extra perks with lightning lanes, but I'll talk about them in a minute. A little tip. In your preferences, only select the rides that you really, really want to ride, because then you haven't got to do loads of scrolling. So I selected all the big rides because I'm not fussed about character meet and greets. And also I wouldn't use your Genie Plus for character meet and greets personally, but I don't have small children, so maybe I would, but I just think it's a waste of if you can use it on meeting the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, or you can use it on Space Mountain, surely it's a no-brainer. Each their own, everyone. We don't go on the kids' rides anymore. We don't go on Peter Pan or Winnie the Pooh anymore. But I will have to start going on them again, obviously, when I have children, but that day will come, hopefully. How I do it. 6:57 a.m, my alarm goes off, unless, of course, you're going to Animal Kingdom and it opens at 7:30, in which case I'm already up, I'm already there. So 6:57, my alarm's gone off. I get my phone, I'm poised and ready. Then I would always find something early to mid-afternoon and pick that. So some things will have 9 a.m, some things will have 7:30 a.m. if it's at Animal Kingdom. No, you want early to mid-afternoon. Obviously if the park opens at 7:30, you want early afternoon. Park opens at 9, you want mid-afternoon, or if you're not planning to get there till later. So if you're not rope dropping. Everyone was like, what does rope drop mean? Rope drop means you get there when the rope drops, when they open. I don't think they do official rope drop anymore. Anyway, sorry, I digress. You want something mid to late afternoon, and I will tell you for why in a minute. Online it says you're allowed 1 Disney Plus reservation, not Disney, I keep calling it Disney Plus as well, 1 Genie Plus reservation at a time, but you can do stacking. So 7 a.m, you've booked something later on in the day, amazing. Then you head to the park. First 2 hours in any park, you're just going to go and queue for rides that you want to ride. Ones that don't have Genie Plus, maybe ones which are popular. So for example, if you walk in and you see that, for example, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, I think it said 65 minutes, and we were like, well look, first 2 hours we can't do anything anyway, so let's go and queue for that. And it turned out to be 35 minutes anyway. Something that, if it's looking like it's a 40-minute queue for Dinosaur, go and queue for that, because that's 1 Genie Plus you haven't got to use. Set your alarm for 3 minutes before 2 hours after the park opens. So, you know, 9:30 or 9:27 for Animal Kingdom. Then you're going to book the soonest, like the closest one before. So just say, for argument's sake, I have booked the Tower of Terror for 2 p.m. So I'm looking for something between 12 and 1:30 on Genie Plus. And I'm going to book that because then, I don't know what I've done. Then I've got 2 reservations, right? So then 12:30 comes, for example, and I go and ride Rock and Roller Coaster. So then I've got this one to book again. So then I book the next available one after Tower of Terror. Then, once I've used Tower of Terror, I book for up here. But I've still got this one, which means you have 2 all day, every day. And that worked quite well for us. So I hope I've explained stacking properly. I've got it on my Instagram, like written down how we did it. But the key is late afternoon for your first one, mid to late morning for your second one, and then just make sure you've booked your one that you've just used before you use the next one. Some things will go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's the best thing ever, it works every time. It doesn't. We found it quite I don't know the word. We found it quite annoying sometimes. I did spend my whole life refreshing my phone. And my mum and dad were trying to talk to me. And like Sam tried to call me one day and I was like, I'm just trying to get Rise of the Resistance. Like, can you go away, please? Thank you. Just continuously refreshing. I preferred the old Fast Pass, but that's not there anymore. So best of a bad bunch. As I say, even if you only got a couple of rides done with it, like some parks don't have that many rides with it. Animal Kingdom, I'd say if you're booking it individually, potentially you wouldn't need it on Animal Kingdom. But at the same time, it's a good way to get to grips with it. And also, like I say, then if you've done everything by 2 o'clock, then you can go home to your villa in the afternoon and chill out, and you've got more rides done than you would, and then you've you've basically bought yourself more time. Someone said, does it mean that you're walking a lot more? Yes, it does. Obviously, before you would have booked your fast passes in like a circle, but now you're going like, oh, I've managed to get us this, but it's on the other side of the park. We're doing 23,000 steps a day. I really hope I'm explaining this properly, and I'm really sorry if I'm not. If you have any more questions, please ask down below. I'll probably explain them better when I'm typing. It's quite a confusing system, I feel. Or once I've got the hang of it, it was fine, but I feel like to explain it, I don't know how easy. Hopefully you're all like, Amy, we're pro stackers now because you've just told us. With annual passes or travel agents that are able to be on it all the time, so I'll link some videos down below where they actually show you the apps. We should have filmed this while I was out there, but I was busy, you know, I was busy scrolling and refreshing. Lightning lanes, this is simpler. 4 rides, 4 parks, well, 1 ride at each park, 4 parks. It might go back up to 2. The extra ones are Slinky Dog Dash at Hollywood Studios. I believe Epcot is, I want to say it's Test Track. Magic Kingdom is Space Mountain. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I'd pay $15 to ride Space Mountain, but that's just me. Especially with my secondhand Footwell popcorn that you'll see later on in the videos. If you didn't see it on my Instagram, absolutely vile. I've got someone's secondhand Footwell popcorn in my mouth. Animal Kingdom, the second one is Dinosaur. Or they've only got, oh no, it's Safaris. Kilimanjaro Safaris, they've taken it off. They've taken those 4 off at the moment. So lightning lanes are, if you're staying on Disney property, you can get on at 7 a.m. and pay for these rides. Most of them have 3-hour queues. We went in spring break, and also, but we went in spring break and everyone was like, you shouldn't have gone in spring break. Can't believe you went in spring break. Number 1, we all lead very busy lives. It was the only 2 weeks we could do. Number 2, I watched a Disney food vlog that basically said, since the 50th anniversary, there hasn't been a quiet time. And on the weeks that are allegedly quiet, they've been absolutely ramo. So there hasn't been a quiet time. So I think up until the end of this year, when the 50th anniversary finishes. And also, you've got to remember, 50th anniversary, it was spring break when we went, but also 2 years of cancelled trips. people are rebooking and going now, and also being able to travel more freely. So it was really busy. These rides do tend to have 2 to 3 hour queues all day, and because of extra magic hours, it's not even like you can rope drop and run. Rise of the Resistance, like I was like, oh my god, it's only 40 minutes, refresh the app, and it's like 160, and you're like, all right, okay. These rides, staying on Disney property, 7 a.m, you can go on the app and book. If you're not staying on Disney property, you can go on at park opening and try and get a slot. Some of these are easier than others. Rise of the Resistance, quite hard to get. However, there are secret, so secret that I know about them, secret drops throughout the day, so do keep refreshing. And you know, if you're stood in a queue, it's a great time to just keep refreshing. We managed to get lightning lanes for all 4. But Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, strangely, like Rise of the Resistance, I happened to refresh it at lunchtime and we got a slot. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, randomly, we had to do on a park hopper day, and we could only get a reservation for Epcot. So we'd got a reservation for Epcot, we'd paid for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Magic Kingdom. So we had to drive to Epcot, park at Epcot, go through the turnstile, swipe our tickets, come straight back out, get on the monorail, go over to Magic Kingdom, ride the ride, and come back and get in the car and go. My mum was like, so all in all, that's taken us an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half queue when we were here the other day, so we should have just queued an hour and a half. So just bear that in mind, if that was something you were going to plan to do. Someone said, if we have a park reservation for like Epcot, can we do a lightning lane later on in the day for Hollywood Studios? Yes, you can. You just need to make sure you go to Epcot first. Even if your lightning lane is for 7 p.m, you have to enter Epcot first on that day, or wherever you've made your reservation first. The lightning lanes, like I say, they're slightly easier to understand. It's, you just pay to jump the queue, which, I mean, like if you're English, like at Thorpe Park, that's a thing. They used to do like single ride queue jumps, so they're slightly easier. But so like I was saying, so we got to Animal Kingdom, got straight in the queue for Flight of Passage. They were like, it's going to be 2.5 hours. We're like, okay, whatever, we're here now. So then my mum said, try and refresh it again. So I went out of the queue to get Wi-Fi. Oh, that's the other thing. You have to be on Wi-Fi, whether it's your Villa Wi-Fi or your Disney Wi-Fi. You can't do it on 4G with a British phone, which is really annoying. So, for example, when we went to Animal Kingdom, we were in the car at 7 a.m, so I couldn't do it. It kept kicking me out. But as soon as we got to Animal Kingdom and I connected to the Wi-Fi, so I would say if you're going to go to Animal Kingdom at 7:30 in the morning, leave earlier, get into the car park for 7, and make sure you, and like sort of walk up to the main gate and connect to the Wi-Fi and do it that way. Or alternatively, wait back at your, if you're not that far away, wait at your villa till 7 a.m. and then leave, because you're going to get a better Genie Plus, even if you're getting after something. Anyway, I think I'm explaining that correctly. So we got in the queue for Flight of Passage. I got out and I managed to get us a fast pass for 8:30. So then we went and had breakfast and then got back in. My top tips: stacking, keep refreshing, don't stress too much. You can only do what you can do. I will say that Genie Plus, one good thing it did, where there was more, cause with fast pass, stacking was like, you'd be like stacking them so they were like one after the other, so you never had any free time. So with Genie Plus, where you have the gaps in between your reservations, you know, we went to see shows we'd never seen. Like my dad's been to Disney 10 times. He's never watched the Hall of Presidents. We went to the Hall of Presidents. And parades, normally my mum would be like, no, come on, we'll get there 5 minutes before and we'll just stand anywhere. Whereas because we had time, we were like, okay, we'll go and get a drink, we'll go and get an ice cream or whatever, and we'll sit and wait for the parade. So it made us, and like seeing shows at the castle and stuff, it made us appreciate more of the ambient items rather than the big thrill rides. Is it worth it? I've said before, I think it is. I don't want to keep saying time is money, because I understand that everyone has different situations. This will potentially be the last time my mum and dad will go to Disney, because they were going to take, when I have kids and then their grandkids, they were going to take them. But this time they were like, you know, actually 10 times is enough. We're just going to give you money to go. And you can enjoy it with your children, because we don't want to queue up to meet Mickey Mouse again, which is fair enough. There've been enough times. Because it's mum and dad's last time, it was sort of a bit like, you know, we want to make the most of it, we want to try and do as much as we can, and Genie Plus enabled us to do that. I'd say if you're going to book it park by park, Magic Kingdom definitely, Hollywood Studios definitely, Epcot and Animal Kingdom you could potentially go without. That's just my opinion. On a complete side note, vacation hack: if you're going to Universal, If you book a night in one of the hotels, you get unlimited express passes for 2 days for everyone in that room. So it's a family of 4 of you. Unlimited express passes for 2 days, I think, is $2,000 on top of your entrance. Paying $300 for the room then gets the 4 of you express passes for both days. So absolute vacation hack, and I would say definitely need them there. Like, there's so many amazing rides, you want to try and get them all done. We are also quite lucky, I will say, because we've been so many times. Like, we went in October half term once and it was absolutely dead. So like, me and my mum rode Hollywood Tower of Terror. Me and my mum rode Tower of Terror 16 times in one day without using any fast passes once. So like, going on it once this time was quite sad. But again, I'm like, I have been on it 16 times in one day before. So do I need to do it? Do I need to queue up again? Like, I mean, the queues at the moment are like nothing I've ever seen. 160 minutes for Tower of Terror. The ride's been there for 20 odd years. Like, I can't, like, new rides I can sort of understand. Older rides, I'm like, oh my god, these queues are huge. So that is everything on Genie Plus. Please comment down below if you've got any more questions, just because I might not have answered them. I'm quite tired, and also I don't know how easy it is actually to describe Genie Plus. But now, the giveaway announcement. So I didn't, like, it's not big stuff because of my case. And also, Disney stuff is really, really expensive. Like, really, really expensive. I mean, you know this. Like, and a lot of it is tat. So I've probably got like one of the 50th anniversary bags, and you'll see each item as we go through. And like, when I went to Target, I bought some Chips Ahoy cookies for the giveaway and stuff. So there's like lots of like American food and sweets and like mugs and stuff and pins, little bits from Disney. So basically every day in my vlogs, I bought a different item. And one person will win all of it. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and then comment down below on each video, and I will then find everyone that's done that. I'll comb through. And also you can, I mean, for a bonus entry, you can follow me on Instagram as well. I will comb through, find the people that have done that, enter everyone into a draw, and then I'll do it on maybe like a YouTube live. The giveaway will start from my next video, and then I will do a final video to tell you it's finished, and that will give you 1 more week to enter, to watch the videos and enter. And then from a week from that video, I'll then do the YouTube live. So it's from the next video until my end of giveaway video. Good luck, enjoy, and I'll show you each bit as we go through. But like I say, it's just like fun, like little Disney things. Some of them are limited edition. Some of them, like, I've got a 50th anniversary menu from the California Grill signed by the chef. So obviously you can only get that if you actually go there. And some other like little bits like that I've got. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. As I say, like, comment down below any questions you've got. Subscribe to my channel because the Disney vlogs are on their way. And I will see you next time.